Shalom Israel. Uh, just uh, just thinking, in the spirit. I didn't, just to kind of give background to what I'm gonna talk about. Uh, in the verses with 3 6 Mafia and Bone Thugs and Harmony. Um, the guy, Juicy J. That's unfortunately that's one of my favorite rappers. And the reason why I say unfortunate is because that's a total fucking shame. He told the grown ass man to suck his private part. Um, when somebody says that, I don't automatically think, oh, that he's gay. I work around a lot of Issachar, so-called Mexicans, and they say "Pélame la verga" all the time. Pretty much in Spanish, that basically means suck. The same thing. Um, the phrase is more about um, disrespecting another man's manhood. Of course, these guys say it jokingly, but you know what I'm saying. Still, it's not something that Israel should ever say to a man. If you an Israelite man, don't never say that to another man. But in time, I've come to think about it. Like, why would how did this practice of men telling men, to do that start? And I came to realize that the phrase is really more about putting down another man than it is me telling you something about myself. So in other words, if because it's kind of like saying you're my bitch to another man. Like it's basically telling him you're not a man. You're under me. It's like calling a man a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not designed as something that men say to actually, like, hopefully Juicy J wouldn't want Busy Bone to suck his private part, but the fact that he said that, you can't say that shit because it does sound gay. And again, it's a phrase. It's a phrase that is, again, it's more intended to put somebody down than to say that you really want a man to do that to you. But nonetheless, it's still, again, you just don't tell the man to suck your private part. And then you see the fight that ensued after that. The guy from Bone Thugs, Busy Bone, threw a water bottle and I believe a microphone at them. And somebody from 3 6, so in other words, like, you see how offensive that shit is. It is a very offensive statement to make. It's very disrespectful. And in all reality, although I understand what is actually meant by it, it does kind of make you look like you're a sodomite. You don't tell a man to do something that only a woman should do. Like, literally, if you actually analyze that phrase, as emasculating as it is for the recipient, it's also emasculating to you to say it. Do not say to a grown man, don't say to anybody, even women, you know what I'm saying? Even women, you don't say that to a woman because it's kind of disrespectful. The phrase, I mean, trust me, your woman will get down with the get down for you. You don't have to say you know, that phrase. But especially don't say that shit to no man. Because again, I do not by any means think Juicy J is a sodomite. At least not to the extent of liking men. But it's just still something you don't say. You don't say no shit like that. Juicy J's damn near 50. I believe he's damn near 50. He's about 44. I think he's about 2 years older than me. Because he's the younger brother of Project Pat. That cop just knew I was speeding, but he went the opposite way. But yeah, it's disrespectful. It's a phrase that when you say it, you're disrespecting yourself just as much as you're disrespecting the other person. You know, and it's a phrase that's been in heavy rotation since the 80s. You know, I remember a show where The Game, you know, it was a live show. I wasn't there. I saw it on YouTube or something. He was like, Ja Rule could suck. Irv Gotti could suck, man. Yeah, and I'm like, yo. And in the same breath, I think he said Ashanti could suck mine, whatever. And I'm like, yo, bro. You just told a bunch of men and women to give you head. That's what it means. You know, another time one of my boys, his son, because you got to remember my age. So one of my boys, his son, was stopped by a cop. And his son is one of those, he fucking hates cops. You know, we got to tell him, like, one of these days you're going to run into the wrong cop, though. He ain't gonna hear all that mouthing off. But I remember he posted a video of him on Instagram telling the cop to suck his you-know-what. Like, that is I don't know if people, words have lost meaning over the years. You know, people tell each other they love each other all the time, and they really don't. People tell each other they love each other all the time, and they don't really love each other. You know, guys call women bitches. You know, there are guys that call women bitches, period. Like, if it's a female, it's a bitch. You know, the words don't have the same meaning they used to. Like, people will say, I'll kill you, and they really have no intention on actually killing you. You know, we have to get back to the time where words mattered. There was a time when you call a guy a motherfucker, you ready to fight. And that's a fight to the death. Words used to mean something. Because when you call somebody a motherfucker, you're actually saying that they fucked their mother. You know what I'm saying? Like words, like I said, suck my whatever, my, you know, blah, 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 does not actually mean that you're requesting that a man do that to you. It's more of a disrespect to him. So it does not actually mean that. It just means you're less of a man than me. But the literal reason for it makes it some gay shit. Just like I said, when you call, like, for instance, I don't know about nowadays, but there was a time you called a Mexican guy a motherfucker. You will literally have a fight to the death on your hands, because Mexicans understand that this word to mean you fuck your mother. I think any person from not from America, you call them a MFer, you know, it's that bad of a thing to call somebody. And the hood, we just made it so normal and common to the point where, you know, you see somebody that you actually respect and you be like, yo, that's my motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, or we say mofo. I know a chick I used to talk to. She got me saved on her phone as stubborn mofo. Like, yo, the word literally is implying that somebody sleeps with their mom, like sexually. But the way these words are, and that's why we have to understand the scriptures. To understand the scriptures, you have to understand how powerful words are. You know, like to us, the Most High regarding us as heathen in some scriptures, calling us Gentiles, doesn't sound like it's a powerful thing. It is entirely a powerful thing. Because when you regard somebody as something, you treat them like that. Everything about the way you deal with that person becomes centered around what they called you, because they called you that for a reason. They call you that because, listen, as effed up as Israel has been towards the Most High has every right to call us every name in the book. But the worst part about it isn't what he called us. We have to understand something. Calling somebody something actually means you're calling them that. That means I look at you as that. That's why women don't take lightly to being called bitches. Because if you're a woman that thinks you're a good woman, whether you are or aren't, you're still going to take exception to being called a bitch. And a lot of women went the low route, and instead of disagreeing with being called a bitch, they'll say something stupid like, oh, I'm a damn good one too. And that's that stupid black shit. To be honest, only Judah, black American people, do stupid shit like turn bad words into good words. That's why we walk around the hood calling each other the N-word. That's not a good word. But again, words don't matter no more. Words don't mean nothing to people no more. I done seen white people call white people the N-word. I remember I was about to fight on the train one time because a white guy was cursing at another white guy. Said, you niggas ain't gonna do shit. Like, hold up, what? I started to take off my headphones and all that shit, and his boy came up to me trying to calm me down. And then they wound up fighting the guys that they, but these words mean something, man. When a white person says the N-word, it means something. When black and Hispanic people call each other the N-word, that word means something. It has a meaning. And we allowed ourselves to separate ourselves from what the word actually means to try to make it something positive. There's no positive, my nigga. No, that's not a positive. Tupac clown ass got a song called I'd Rather Be Your Nigga. And yeah, I know he's dead, but he was a fucking clown. Speaking of words not meaning nothing, this nigga threatened people's kids. My fofo make sure all your kids don't grow. He deserved what he got. I don't know why the fuck. I don't know how you can listen to Hit 'Em Up in 2021. 25 years ago, approximately, this song came out. More than that, actually. And people talk about it like, oh yeah, it's such a disrespectful Yes, it is disrespectful. The reason why that song is so iconic to people is because it's such a disrespectful song. But you got to picture yourself being one of the people that's named in that song. That nigga said he's going to kill your kids. And nowadays we're sitting here protecting children from sex trafficking and all that shit. And we're going to let, but all of us 26 years ago was, yeah, my fofo make sure all your kids don't grow. Nah, nigga. I just was talking about the word nigga, right? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, these words have lost their meaning. People don't understand that these words have power. And that's why they don't understand the power that comes with prayer. They don't understand the power that comes with having to take your hat off when you pray. They don't understand why. I'm just saying words out of my mouth. I'm not doing anything that having my head covers, having my head covered affects, but it do. Words mean something. But, you know, like I said, going back to the original reason for this, the reason why words mean something, well, words mean something. The reason why people don't think words mean nothing, the reason why people take words and twist them and shit, is because we've lost touch as a society. You know what I'm saying? You know who words don't mean shit? Salesmen. Them motherfuckers will guarantee and say everything under the book to get them a sale. Don't believe me? Talk to a motherfucking cell phone salesman. Talk to any salesman. And do not trust anything that comes out of a salesman's mouth. Oh, I have a dog too. I love. I done seen a salesman make up children that they don't have. I done seen salesmen say all types of shit. Oh, I have a puppy too. Oh, you're so cute. Those motherfuckers, when the scriptures say, "Be all things to all men," it's not talking about that type shit. You know. But anyway, yeah, that's it, man. You know, just wanted to discuss with y'all the importance of words, because with the importance of words comes the importance of watching what comes out of your mouth. Because society does not have the sense of humor you have. That whole suck my whatever thing. Clearly, in that situation, Bizzy Bone did not have the same sense of humor that Juicy J had. You know, but again, you know, that wraps up the little session. You know, but I'm gonna leave y'all with a scripture. I can't read it obviously because I'm driving. But life and death are in the power of the tongue. And with life and death, you don't know how many people that lost their lives over telling men, telling men to suck their private part. So let's start becoming people that speak words, and you can actually trust us at our word. You know, don't be loose with the tongue and say dumb shit. You know, because that's a very dangerous game you're playing. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.